Yo, what's up?
This week, TenHun challenged me and 2 other artists to an epic sneaker battle. The catch? We have to include a diamond, slime, and falcon into our design, and at the end of it all, you guys get to vote on who you think made the best shoe. So you know what that means. It's time to spin the wheel of mythical... What? Oh. I mean, get in, loser. We're going shopping. Today I'm at the Galleria Mall, which means I've got plenty to choose from, and the hard part is going to be narrowing it down to find exactly what I need to meet this challenge. So while we did get a $100 budget, Ten said we could go a little bit above that if we needed to, or spend less. So I'd like to stay there, but I'm willing to go a little bit higher, but not too high, because I'm probably going to mess these up. Let's start with a classic. So I definitely want something with this silhouette. Very Dunk, classic Jordan. I feel like I've got a lot of space to play with on the upper, still enough of a foundation to build on it, because I have some ideas about building on it. Oh, it's even got wings on it already for the falcon. It did not occur to me. I have a child. I can make something for her. He didn't specify that we had to make an adult shoe. I could make a kid's shoe. This is actually pretty fire on its own. No, seriously, whose shoes are these? They look like somebody's shoes. Look, it's even got slime on it. Oh, I'm just gonna enter this. Can I just enter this? It's got wings on it. I'm sure one of these shapes make a diamond. Ooh, cute sweater. Ten did also mention that we weren't limited to sneakers. We could do heels or boots. I think I want to stay true to the core of a sneaker challenge though, and give myself a bit more to work with. Like, I know that I like a more like high top shoe. I was also thinking maybe we just go classic with some Chucks. The canvas base on it will make it a lot easier to work with, I think, in some ways. Like if I wanted to do some sort of like embellishment or embroidery or stitching or tufting or anything like that, I think that would work. But as far as like the actual structure of the shoe, if I really wanted to build on it, I don't think it's gonna give me a strong enough base. But they do look really cool. I don't think we're gonna get this extreme. Could always go with Crocs, and this one already meets one of the challenges. Oh, I didn't even think about these. This is very slime-esque. It's also double our budget, so we're gonna put that back. These are Deion's. They're Deion Sanders' signature shoe. He played for the Falcons. He also played baseball, so technically he played on a baseball diamond. And this like detailing here can kind of look like slime. I'm not really a sports girly though, so that storyline doesn't feel particularly true to me. It's just random trivia I have knocking around, so I think I'm gonna pass on those. So after many trips, I finally picked my shoe. I found it at the second mall that I went to, and I kind of had an idea that this was going to be the shoe that I picked because I already knew that this was a silhouette that I really loved. It is the Nike Air Force One Shadow. This is a women's specific shoe. Dumb, why are shoes gendered? Ultimately, I chose this particular shoe because it does feel like a very like classic sneaker base that I think I can do a lot with. It's got a couple of key details, but nothing too much that I feel like would take away from my design. I'm interested to see what everybody else picked, but I think this was the right choice for me. And yes, I did get them in my size because I'm betting on myself. While I wouldn't call myself a professional customizer by any means, it's been over a decade since I've customized sneakers specifically.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
I did do a pair of boots for Hunter Boots last year. Obviously they gave me the boot base, but I did everything else. I don't have time to do anything quite this intricate. Like I got custom patches made, handmade all of the laces, the aglets, I punched grommets and all of those things. Granted, I don't have to do 40 pairs this time. I'm extremely proud of how these turned out, and it makes me pretty confident that I can do something very strong on these. Granted, with this one, I did not have the challenge restrictions that I have now. So I am going to do my very best and get to work. I started this design in Procreate with a brain dump of everything I associate with our 3 challenge topics. This really just helps me pick out details that maybe aren't the most obvious. And of course, I had to make sure I could incorporate lots and lots of color. I knew I absolutely did not want to paint a falcon with diamonds and slime drips, and that I wanted to find ways to incorporate more texture and dimension into my design. There was a time when I was really into sneaker culture, and these are kind of a love letter to that era of my life and the joy of sneaker design. I picked out a few key details from the falcon to focus on and decided to lean into the diamond shape instead of the gem. And for the slime element, there's one very specific idea I have that I think will really take this over the top. Do you know how to untie laces, Sam? Grow up. Shout out to the good folks over at Angelus Paints who were kind enough to send us some supplies to help us on our challenge. Thank you guys so much. And the very first thing I absolutely need to do is strip the sealant off of these shoes so the paint actually sticks. The first major change that I know I want to make to these is I really want to remove this outer swoosh. Can you see it? But I know this. Ah! And voila.
What in these islands have we met that is more frightening than his apartment in Glasgow? At least to him.
Ooh, that's gonna look good with a couple coats. Don't rush it, it's not dry yet. This is a very slimy, it's pulling way more highlighter on camera, but it is a very quintessential ooze color, so I'm excited. Ooh, my back. First and foremost, I forgot how long it takes to paint shoes. Secondly, I hate that my favorite colors to use are always the ones that go on the most transparent. I started to tape them off and then the tape that I have isn't strong enough. So I was just like, guess I'll just be careful. Spoiler alert. Was not careful. Already have paint where it does not go. I always do this thing where I come up with a really good design and then forget that I actually have to make it. I hate it. Oh gosh. I'm not even gonna show you because as far as I'm concerned, nobody will ever see this version of the shoe. You will know it existed only through my sheer frustration that I'm sharing with you. I felt so confident and I've been just kicked off the road to greatness right now, it feels like. Was confident in what I was making and was excited to see it come to fruition, and now I'm just like, girl, what? I've literally only got a couple more days before we unveil, you know, what we made, and I don't know if mine's gonna cut it. I already had a certain amount of stress because I feel like everybody else is, like, they're illustrators, and they do a lot more, like, illustrative work. And mine at its core is very abstract, and I thought I found a way to utilize my actual style and like visual language in a way that still met the brief. And now I'm just like, what you doing? I don't know what you thought this was, but this ain't it. So I'm so melancholy. Do I know it's gonna work? No clue. Did I play myself, however, and get dowels that were too long? It's possible. Please be enough and please don't leak. Ooh, is my container big enough? Are we playing container chicken as well? And if I don't, it's too bad because they are closed on the weekends. But apparently my desk was not as level as I thought it was, so I had to move it across the room real quick, let everything resettle. got our slime yarn poured. It looks really good. I have to wait 4 hours though before I can pull it out of this mold. But if it looks how it looks right now, when I pull it out and it's fully cured how it's supposed to be, it's gonna be a really tight addition to the shoe. Be 70 coats deep in this shoe and probably 70 more coats of paint to go. I did end up getting some more shades at the store this morning, so I have less mixing. I'm closer to where I want to be than I was last night. So a win is a win. A win is a win. You know what's not fun to draw, let alone paint? Sharp geometric lines over a curved surface. I thought I was being so clever going, I'm not gonna draw a diamond. I'm gonna go for a diamond pattern. It's gonna, lead into my fact that I do a lot of patterning and, repeating shapes and... Girl, what were we doing?
You need a ride? Yeah, I could use a ride. Now, just to make sure, this emperor
Here, easy, right?
I'm losing it slowly. We've got our diamond pattern. Looks pretty good. I am getting happier with it. I'm in that weird stage where instead of looking better on camera, somehow it looks like it looks. But it's time to unmold my laces. I feel like I need something that's not dusty. What do I have that's not dusty? Everything's literally dusty. Okay. Okay, I have a Ziploc bag. Smells like money in a Ziploc bag. I don't think those were the lyrics, but that's okay. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Come on, baby. Come on. I did it. Look at this freaking snot. I did it. And it looks absurd on the shoe, and I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. I did it.
I'll look at you and say 나를 봐봐 in my craze 조금 더 망설이지 마 alright I don't want a best friend 너도 나와 같은 맘이야 waiting to get there 나를 보며 웃어줘 때론 그리움이 우릴 서로 찾겠지만 사랑한 그것만큼만 keep it up, keep 어떤 말로 표현할 수 있을까 어떤 마음으로 널 전할 수 있을까 멀리 가진 않겠지만 우린 더 볼 수 있겠지만 사랑한 수많은 계절만큼만 1, 2, 3 꽤나 머뭇거렸었지 아득하기만 했었지 빙글빙글 주위를 맴돌기만 했어 I don't wanna last dance 어쩌면 많이 울 것 같아 Waiting to get there 나를 보고 말해줘 때론 그리움이 우릴 서로 찾겠지만 사랑한 그것만큼만 keep it up, keep 어떤 말로 표현할 수 있을까 어떤 마음으로 널 전할 수 있을까 멀리 가진 않겠지만 우린 더 볼 수 있겠지만
Yo, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
How's the progress going? I'm calling to check in on my competition.
I mean, it's going. Things are happening. So there's that.
Are you happy with the shoes that you got?
Yes. I feel like I got a good base to work on and something that I was like comfortable with, but you know, we'll see how things turn out.
I can't wait to see what you make. I know you like to do some of the rug tuffings, mixed media stuff. Are you doing something crazy over there?
I mean, maybe. You'll just have to wait and see.
All right, well, I will see you soon. I can't wait to see what you made.
Yeah, man,
the
same.
reveal call is going to be crazy.
For sure. 12:18, the night before the big reveal. I still have work to do. I am much closer to the finish line, but we're still down to the wire. Right now, it feels like I just have a bunch of pieces of things, and I don't have anything like finished. For the most part, all of my painting is done. At this point, I'm really just working on the, details, hoping that takes it over the top. Oh, I did actually go home for a bit because I needed to sculpt some things. I wanted to make these little, basically like a winged lace lock type thing. I thought it would be a cool detail since a lot of the ways that I incorporated the falcon was more abstract. And of course, now that I'm down to the wire and can't make any major changes, now is when all of the doubt and imposter syndrome is kicking in. I just don't know. I don't know what everybody else is doing. And now my brain is like, did we do enough? Did we do too much? Did we try to think so far out of the box that now people aren't gonna get it? I'm happy with what I made, but I'm wondering if I took it too, I hesitate to say artsy, but too artsy instead of making something that was more recognizable and people could pick up on easier. Either people will like it or they won't. I'm at a place where I feel happy with what I'm making, and really that's what matters to me.
You good, Sam? You need like a
I think so. I'm so sorry. I'm
couple
like,
deep breaths.
today has been one of those days. I've been so nervous about this. I started this battle a week ago with a blank canvas, a sketch, and a whole lot of hope that I could transform them into something brand new. Featuring custom slime laces and paneling, diamond pattern tips, and a falcon collar complete with hand-sculpted winged lace locks, felted toe box, and heel, may I present the Art Battle 3s. So there you have it, the Art Battle 3s. I am super proud of what I made, but now it's time for you to head on over to TenHun's channel and check out his video, which features the entire big reveal of everybody's shoe. Make sure you show TenHun, Tarbox, and Nic Mac some love, and then vote for which shoe that you like the best. And even if it's not mine, it should be. Even if it's not mine, that's okay. No matter how this turns out, I honestly had a blast, and I'm just really honored that I got to compete with such incredible artists. But just so you know, whoever does win, I'm getting my fit off with these at least one good time. Just one good time before I send them to you, okay? Okay, thank you so much for watching. And remember, no matter what you're working on, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to make progress. I'm Sam. I made that. And you should make something too.
Sam made that.